I feel like Mr. Plow is one of the most iconic episodes of The Simpsons. Certainly one of the earlier episodes, or early-ish. This was released in season 4. It's episode 9 that aired originally in November 1992, directed by Jim Reardon. And the Mr. Plow song is very catchy and very iconic, and definitely one of the main pull factors for this episode, I think. It's one of those songs that, even if I haven't seen the episode for months or years, if you said sing the Mr. Plow song, it's in there. It's in my brain somewhere and it will come forward because it is so brilliant. And the narrative here, if you haven't seen the episode, I won't spoil anything, but Homer accidentally, kind of half intentionally, buys a snowplow. And in order to make the most of it, he has to start running a snowplow business to, get the money to actually make the payments for it. There is the distinct impression that he wanted it just for the fun of having it, but he actually has to put it to work. And it's quite nice seeing Homer doing something that he is passionate about, that's beneficial, that's hardworking, and a good source of income, or a potential good source of income during the snowy months. It's really nice to see him in that position, and I love his Mr. Plow jacket, and it's great to see him do well for himself. But when Barney comes along and pitches himself as the Plow King, things are going to get a little bit heated. And I don't like seeing Barney and Homer being rivals, because Barney is one of Homer's best friends. But at the same time, if your best friend is going to start doing a business that's the same as yours, it's going to cause some problems. Certainly if they're doing it in the same neighborhood. How could they possibly get out of this situation? I'm not going to say. But I thought it was very, very moving, very thought-provoking, and very inspiring. If you've got a problem, i.e. you need to make money to pay for your snowplow, maybe Homer could inspire you to put your snowplow to good use. I realise it's quite a niche situation, but I think there are things that can be learned from that in more adjacent ways. It's also nice to see Barney doing something that's a bit more of a go-getting attitude, because obviously Barney's attitude to life is drink, drink, and drink again. But to see him presumably being sober enough to drive a snowplow, and to see him being quite passionate about it as well, is really good. There are moral questions about should he have done that, but I think he just misinterpreted Homer's lesson. And the fact that Homer was the one giving the lesson I thought was great, because occasionally Homer will impart wisdom. Usually accidentally, but he will do it occasionally. And I enjoyed it a lot. I love the creation of the infomercials, or the adverts. They're not really infomercials. He's not really explaining how his snowplow works. And some of them don't really explain very much at all. But I really enjoyed it. It's a really good episode. Great insight into the characters when they have slightly different motivations in life. Really thoroughly enjoyed it. If you haven't seen it for whatever reason, obviously I recommend it. Also, we have Adam West guest starring as Adam West. So it's really brilliant, all round good episode, one that I definitely recommend.